Today's network management tools don't solve problems, they only point them out. LogZilla is the only exception to this fact. LogZilla is a central log management system that scales without adding hardware. It deduplicates event data, adding a timestamp and a counter in the single event message, and then enhances that event message with all known information about the sending device. LogZilla can also automatically remediate known issues instantly, thus taking away the human task and eliminating risk. LogZilla software was born from a shareware tool originally written by a network engineer for his own personal use. As he progressed in his career consulting with Fortune 50 companies, he learned that these companies were using this shareware tool. Seeing the need, he hired a development team to produce what is now known as LogZilla NEO Network Event Orchestrator. LogZilla was designed to focus on three main focal points: ingest, enrich, and orchestrate. On the ingest side, nothing on the market today really scales. It can only scale by adding hardware to it. Other platforms can only index on an average of 100 gigabytes per indexer. Because of LogZilla's patented de-duplication process, we can ingest 10 terabytes a day on a single server. We've actually had it in a lab at 36 terabytes. No other software can scale without adding hardware. Regarding enrichment, once deduplicated, we send the single message with a timestamp and a counter downstream. But we take that message and enrich it with all known information about the device going off. By the way, you do not lose anything and can retrieve the entire stream for compliance purposes if necessary. Orchestration of automated remediation is the third focal point of LogZilla NEO. All networks run on scripts. Engineers have their own scripts in their own toolkits that they use for remediation of unauthorized changes. LogZilla allows you to insert your own script into it so that when a device goes down, NEO checks to see if that was an authorized change. If not, it checks the gold standard and uses your script to bring that device back online. It does so instantly, in a single second. Then you receive a message saying at that time, this happened to this device, and it provides all information about the device in that message, and then tells you what LogZilla did to fix the device. The whole idea here is to get rid of the post-mortem analysis that is the current norm in today's network event fault log management systems. Amazingly, LogZilla downloads and is up and running in 30 seconds. We already have built-in dashboards, so no engineering needed to create dashboards. And there are no 400-page install manuals to read. LogZilla eliminates data storms. We eliminate downtime, thus greatly increasing the mean time to respond, which means greater efficiency and lower total cost of ownership. The whole idea here is to make a log tool useful, not just tell you that you have a problem, now go find it and then fix it. Here's a snapshot of a Palo Alto firewall that was taken from an actual client site. And by the way, we are completely vendor agnostic. So, what happened? We see the system has 19 billion events and 97% are duplicates. A typical Cisco network averages about 40 to 60% duplicate events. So we look at the sources and see that they're being generated by unknown users and going to various countries. We see that these are clearly bots. Who are these users? And what are these countries? we see that one is hitting over 200 times a minute and going to Russia. So even if the firewall is blocking, it still takes away gigs of bandwidth. And when that happens, the system either drops the events because it can't handle the load, or it slows down to a crawl and then you can't use it. And of course, that happens just when you need it the most. This is quite common in many enterprise networks. NEO can also be used as a forwarder. We can sit in front of other products and become the manager of managers. LogZilla NEO is the first point of ingest on the network and forwards downstream to other platforms to send them a single, smarter message which greatly reduces their licensing and hardware costs, and it frees up current budget for other desired projects. All dedupe data is still available down to the millisecond. You lose nothing, but you gain more disk space, and all the while turbocharging your current implementation. These products cost less, get faster, smarter information because of the enrichment we spoke of earlier that tells them who, what, and where. The total cost of ownership is greatly reduced. Typically, we see an ROI in about 30 days. Please go to LogZilla.net and review the brief and concise webinars and learn more about LogZilla NEO.